At its peak in the 40s and 50s, polio was a devastating pandemic.
There were these waves where it would come into cities and lots of young people would be paralyzed for life or killed.
During the 50s, American virologist Jonas Salk worked tirelessly to find a vaccine, which he finalized in 1955.
Who owns the patent on this vaccine?
Well, the people, I would say. There is no patent. This is... Could you patent the sun?
With the success of the vaccine, a mass vaccination program was launched.
You still find today elderly Americans who remember that they stood in lines to get Dr. Salk's vaccine. And that vaccine, of course, then changed the shape of those epidemics of polio in the United States.
Salk's work kickstarted a global health revolution.
It meant that the scourge of polio no longer would show up in those cities, and it was celebrated as an amazing invention.
Actually, vaccines have breathed new life into billions of families around the world. Children and parents from now on will not have to face a life where they worry.
By the late 80s, polio had been completely eradicated from much of the developed world. But while the virus still exists in some places, all countries are at risk of reinfection. So a global eradication program launched to bring the vaccine to every single child all over the world.
Every house was put on a map and numbered. In parts of South Sudan, parts of Africa, there were populations that no one else was reaching. And it was the polio program that literally put those populations on the map.
Today, just 0.1% of cases linger, transmitted in 3 countries.
Polio is 99% eradicated. It shines a light on what we can do when we really put our minds to, on how great the human race can be.
That's what we want to see here with COVID, is the world working together, helping each other, getting to the end of this disease.